And we are set to go with the next bout tonight. 3 rounds in the featherweight division. Making his way to the cage first, fighting out of the blue corner from Scotland, here is Dean Reilly.
And we move to the featherweight division for our next bout, Josh. One of the more enigmatic characters on the European mixed martial arts scene, Dean Reilly from the Dinky Ninjas. And what a beard that man is sporting, Josh.
You know what, it's been a really unfortunate couple of, 12 months for Dean Reilly. He was forced to take a bit of time off after a couple of losses back in 2012. Returned in unbelievable fashion in July of 2013, knocking out McCafferty in just 22 seconds with a single punch. That got him a lot of airplay around the world for what was a brilliant piece of Thai boxing. And you know, after that fight, he started screaming, "I am back!" And he was really looking forward to getting back into action more regularly. Unfortunately, pullouts from opponents and injury to himself has kept him out of the cage for what is another year. So, you know, if he's got that much better the last time he was out of the cage for this length of time, I just can't wait to see what Dean Reilly can do now.
If it's going to happen for Dean Reilly, it's got to happen now. Fighting at a big stage here in Dublin, Ireland. The new MMA fight capital of Europe.
And fighting out of the red corner, making his way to the cage from Ireland, here is Tommy McCafferty.
And the crowd here at the Felix making a lot of noise for Tommy McCafferty. The Team Torres fighter, undefeated, Josh, in 5 professional outings, looking to keep that run intact here at Cage Warriors.
Yeah, it's always an interesting dynamic when you get a fighter with considerably more experience in the cage, but is taking on somebody who, although has less fights, is undefeated, and more importantly, is undefeated with 4 wins in the very first round. So, a lot of decisive finishes so far for Tommy McCafferty coming into this one.
Absolutely, Josh. As you say, only been out of the first round once, and there's 2 sides to that coin. He's obviously putting guys away with relative ease, but at the same time, has he got the cage experience of someone like Dean Reilly, who's been around the block a few times? The answer is probably no.
No, I mean, you know, it's not just the fact that he's got less fights, but he's putting guys away in the first, which means his time actually in the cage is considerably less. How is his fight IQ, that decision-making, as the fight goes deeper, going to be affected by that? Is he going to have accrued it yet? We don't know, we'll find out, but, you know, he's very well-rounded, he's got a good submission game and a good stand-up game, and, you know, I think Dean Reilly is an excellent test for him. Of course, Tommy McCafferty himself has also been out of the cage for a year. So, you know, both these guys, really, it's going to be who can deal with the ring rust better.
And here we go once again, fight fans, 3 rounds, this is the featherweight division. Introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. His background is in Dinky Ninjutsu. At 5'8", 10 inches tall, he weighed officially 145 3/4 pounds. As a professional in 11 bouts, he has 6 victories and 5 defeats. Fighting out of Glasgow, Scotland, here is Dean Reilly! And next his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. He's a striker, sitting 5 feet 11 inches tall. Official weight 145 1/4 pounds. As a professional, he is perfect in the cage with 5 victories and no defeats. Fighting out of Letterkenny, Ireland, here is the undefeated Tommy the Ghost McCafferty. Referee in charge of the action is Peter Lavery.
Referee Peter Lavery about to get this one underway. 3 5-minute rounds in the Cage Warriors featherweight division. Dean Reilly in the black with green trim. Tommy McCafferty in the white, sporting the Irish flag. And we are underway.
We could see a really interesting battle on the feet here. Both guys very competent strikers. Of course, all the guys at the Grip House alongside Dean Reilly have a very proficient Thai boxing background.
Corner of Dean Reilly asking for head movement already, and that's why some sharp punches coming his way from Tommy McCafferty.
It's a very open guard from McCafferty, encouraging the straight shots from Dean Reilly down the middle, who's got a much tighter guard.
Picking his shots well as the Irishman. Reilly coming back though with a couple of his own.
I like Both guys are getting stuck in that pocket, and they're trying to hit the other as they're throwing and as they're withdrawing their own strikes. This is exactly what you've got to do.
Reilly landed a nice right in that exchange, followed up with the jab, tried to corkscrew that left hand through. And they're in the clinch now, trading punches.
Single collar tie for both of them. It's the body shots for Tommy McCafferty, trying to find the space for the elbow. Of course, that's a range that doesn't exist in a lot of traditional boxing.
Could be McCafferty has a slight nick on his head. I can see some blood, can't really see where it's coming from.
That inside kick is starting to mount up for Dean Reilly now.
Still looking sharp is McCafferty, keeping Reilly guessing with a varied striking output here.
McCafferty doing a good job of controlling the centre of the cage, just backing Reilly up every now and then. But you can see again, hands are low, really wide open.
Oh, he dropped him! Reilly drops him with a short left hook. McCafferty's still in the fight though.
Yeah, knees went for a second there, and you can see immediately Reilly's got that clinch, looking for a dominant head position here.
Just the cut that we mentioned before is actually on the side of the head of Dean Reilly, just in front of the ear. Not going to cause too many problems in that position.
That could have been that early left hook that McCafferty landed, but right now it's Reilly pressing up against the cage. There's a very good purple belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Must have been a big confidence boost for Reilly, dropping his man like that. He wasn't winning the stand-up exchanges, but it only takes one. McCafferty coming back with a nice kick to the outside of the leg.
Yeah, it's a couple of times that kick has landed and Dean Reilly hasn't checked it. Third time, you can see he just tries to lean into it, but there's a lot of weight on that front foot, and there's the fourth.
Reilly smiling at his man.
I wonder if that's a cut or part of the damage to a cauliflower ear. I can't quite tell on the side of Reilly's head.
Nice head movement that time from Reilly to slip the punch. That's what his corner was calling for earlier in the fight. And McCafferty really going for that lead leg.
He's just got to be careful that a counter straight right doesn't come his way, but that's 6 unanswered shots now to that leg. Doubled up the jab very nicely.
Oh, another right hand lands from Dean Reilly. That looked to just slightly wobble his man.
I mean, this has very much got the rhythm of a Thai boxing fight for most of it. Both guys standing, they're almost taking in turns to throw, but then they're exchanging, you know, in the pocket a bit as well. It's really interesting dynamic here.
Reilly really finding a home for those punches.
Reilly with the cage control now, going to the body was a good move.
He's caught his man off balance a couple of times. You've got to think he's maybe going to the body just to keep McCafferty guessing.
And you see immediately with that clinch, Reilly throws his hips forward. Now he's trying to get that head position right up under the chin of Tommy McCafferty.
Right in front of us here at the commentary position. Brad Ward and Josh Palmer calling the action here at Cage Warriors 70.
Oh, and that's that range when those elbows become a bit of hassle as they trade in the pocket again.
Still stood trading shots. No signs of slowing down as we enter the final 20 seconds of this first round. Josh, if you look at this card from top to bottom, there's so many fights that scream fun. This is one of them, and it's certainly delivered so far.
Yeah, we thought this might be a good striking exchange, and that is exactly what it's turned out to be.
Spinning attacks from Reilly to finish off that first round.
And a smile.
And this one has got value for money written all over it.
Yeah, both guys sporting a few war wounds to the face there. Let's have a look at some of the replays from that round and what was a cornucopia of striking from both men.
We're going to take a look at some of the action here. Nice shots to the body, punches from McCafferty, a knee from Wolverine. And there was that beautiful left that dropped him.
Yeah, the low hands not helping Tommy McCafferty there. He's got a very interesting guard style. He's always trying to parry shots and encourage the straight shot and the counter. But those leg kicks were building up. And And that really could start to be a concern for Dean Reilly as we go later on in the round.
Wobbled his man again with the right hand that time.
10 seconds, clear the pitch!
Well, to be honest, I lost track of who landed the more decisive strikes in that round. Hope our judges were paying attention.
Referee Peter Lavery about to get this second round underway. Touch your gloves. And these two are picking up right where they left off in the first round, Josh. Center of the cage, in the pocket, trading strikes, and that's the exact same combination that Reilly dropped his man with in the first round. Caught the kick, went to the body with the right, went to the head with the left.
Again, he turns Reilly's hip with that kick.
Nice head movement as well from Reilly there.
And it's nice to see Reilly trying to remind himself that a bit more lateral movement could be useful. Both of them were standing a little bit square and linearly in that first round.
And there's a fair bit of discoloration on the outside of that lead leg of Dean Reilly. Oh, that's a huge left hand! This could be it, Peter Lavery taking a close look at his absolutely unbelievable knockout from Tommy McCafferty. An absolute peach of a right hand, Dean Reilly.
Yeah, he's not happy about that stoppage. I mean, let's see if we can look it back, but it was a peach of a punch from Tommy McCafferty that did the damage there, and he remains undefeated.
Let's take a look back now at some of the action, and we'll hopefully get a good look at the finish with the peach of a right hand. Reilly looks out there. Looks like he came to. Really wasn't defending the shots there, John.
Perhaps a bit of a quick stoppage. I mean, that was a lovely step where he stepped forward with the left and he threw the right, where you'd normally expect the jab.
Those
he
last
threw the
couple
right
of
cross.
punches didn't really land clean either, Josh, so...
Yeah, I mean, the knockdown was stunning. Let's have a look at the finish. Oh, I think maybe a little bit quick from Peter Lavery there.
I can certainly see why Dean Reilly is frustrated. Reilly's still looking a little bit unsteady on his feet, perhaps. But credit where credit is due to Tommy McCafferty.
Yeah, I mean, that's...
Dropped himself in the first round, came back to drop his man in the second, and really jumped on it, really didn't give Dean Reilly an inch.
That switch step and that change of pace is a really underrated technique.
We're going to throw this one to Joe Martinez in the cage for the official result.
Ladies and gentlemen, the end comes at the official time of 56 seconds, round number 2. Your winner by TKO victory in his cage warrior debut, Tommy the Ghost McCafferty!
Big win for Tommy McCafferty. He's with Josh Palmer.
I'm here with our winner, Tommy McCafferty. Tommy, talk us through a bit of that bout, because that had everything when it comes to striking.
Well, I think people was touting that as a possible fight of the night. I think it's well up there.
Did you expect that kind of tempo? Because there were periods there where you both seemed to just settle in and want to stand and trade one after the other.
Kind of expected. Dean came out to the last fight with a 20-second knockout. I'm not one to usually go too far in decisions either. And I kind of expected it was going to be a bit of fireworks.
Talk to me about that finish, because that switch step and that right hand, it looked, wait till you see the replay, it looked stunning. Talk me through that finish.
I've been working on that finish pretty much for the last probably 8 weeks, maybe more. I've done karate my whole life, and it probably came from that there with a bit of Thai as well, from White Frank McConville. It just seemed to click well. And everybody was through it, always comfortable with it. It just split seconds, that go, fired it, and it landed on the money.
Is it that extra bit of satisfaction when you finish the fight with something you spent that much time working on?
Definitely. I've been some ways, I've really had to force myself to start drilling, and it's starting to change through now. We're 6-0, 6 finishes. That's why the second time went the second round.
You mentioned that, you're 6-0. Dean's had a fair few more fights than you. Did that play into your mind at all, that difference in experience coming into this?
There's no difference in experience. I've been training martial arts 22 years. Been fighting international karate for 14, 15 years. Fought world level pro kickboxing. I've been around the block. This isn't the first time at the big show. People are saying I wouldn't have the experience, that I might play a wee bit. No chance. This is where I want to be, this is where I'm going to be.
And that noise coming from behind us, of course, tells us you've got some fans in the building. Got a message for them? This is a great crowd, isn't it?
Yeah, you couldn't beat it. Ireland, without a doubt, they came there a few weeks ago, they said it. The noisiest country they've ever been in. This shows it. There's about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Tommy McCafferty!
Big win there for Tommy the Ghost McCafferty, still perfect at 6-0. All action so far at Cage Warriors 70 as promised. And we've got one heck of a fight coming up for you next, folks. Peter Queally and Conrad Armanowski in the middleweight division to close out our Facebook prelims, and then top of the hour we